Would you like to do this with me? Short and sharp. It's not going to be hard or tough. It's just going to be a nice, easy, little flowy, something that you can do before bed at night to calm the body down and cool. So let's come all the way straight over. Come with me. We're going to come straight into child's pose. Come on back. Really simple. So let's just come back straight into child's pose. And of course, we will end it with a little bit of breath. So come into child's pose and just simply come on down. Feel the knees stretch. Feel the arms stretch. And we're going to come straight up out of child's pose and let's stretch the left foot straight out behind us. Do a little rock with that left foot. Backwards and forwards, breathe, and while you're on the right knee, just turn that left foot in and stretch the left arm up, off to the side. Beautiful, and then come straight back on down again, turn the hips over, bring the knee back in, come back in. For any girls who are coming in a little bit later, we're doing a short 10-15 minute practice that you can do anytime. Come straight back up again. Breathe. Let's take the right leg straight back out, stretch into it, do a little rock from side to side. Turn that heel inwards, like you're going to get my back here for a minute, and then bring the right arm up. Reach it, come straight back on down. Turn the hip over, continue with a little bit of a rock. Bring the knee in, push back into child's pose again. Ooh, lovely stretch, come straight up. Let's bring the hips forward and just push up into upward dog. Nice little front stretch for the body. And feel that beautiful big forward uplift. Bring the hips back once again. This is going to be like a nice little 10-minute practice that you can do straight down here on the floor. Easy, before bed, and just release the body out. Left leg, let's just bring it to the outside of the left hand. Sink forward into that hip. Just dip forward, knees forward, come back, stretch up through the hamstrings. Big inhales and exhales as you do. Foot forward, come forward, let's stretch through the hamstrings. And once more, come back, push back, child's pose. Now the pushing back into child's pose constantly is just a lovely hip and back release. It's a whole body release. Push up, dip forward, and let's come up once again into that lovely upward dog stretch. Come back, hips back, push back towards the heels once again. Breathe. Come back up to all fours. Let's take the other leg through to the outside of the hand and come forward into the knee and hips. So just when I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to present for the 15-minute focus at 5? Because the focus at 5 is really a focus. Come on back, stretch up. No, of course. Well, duh, the answer was straight in front of me. A nice short practice that everyone wants, a short one. Let's stretch through that leg. Come forward, back again, back into the hips. Just wriggle if you need to. Sweep that back and come back once again into child's pose. Deep breath, come up all fours, tuck the toes under. Let's push up into downward dog and walk it out. Downward dog is just magical. If it's something you can't quite deal with just yet, or your body's getting used to it, or, you know, it might be something that you think, oh my God, bloody downward dog. I tell you what, it is so good to get used to. Now take a couple of breaths. Hold here. If you need to bring the knees to the floor, bring the knees to the floor. Breathe. Come forward into plank. Come forward into plank. Yep, a little boost of strength. And then knees back to the floor. Come back again and push back into child's pose. Breathe. Come back up. Let's take a seat. Come back into cross-legged. All right, now do you feel already that your blood has just reinvigorated? So, Penny, tonight we're sharing and Carol, 10-minute workout. 10 minutes of yoga that you can fit in when you need to fit it in. Come around to the right, left hand to the right. So obviously in 10 minutes, it's not super slow, but it's, you know, it's reasonably effective. Left hand, right knee, right hand, around behind, come around into the twist. So, yoga doesn't have to be performed in an hour. It's extremely effective in an hour because you get your 15 minutes of warm-up, 15 minutes of strength, 15 minutes of challenge, and then 15 minutes of cool down into Shavasana. Come around the other way, left hand behind, right hand to the knee and turn. But I do get asked about, well, if it's less than an hour, is it still effective? Yeah. 10, 15 minutes. Awesome. Breathe, come back to the front. Bring the right leg straight out, left one in front. Let's do a little stretch over that left shin. Feeling the hamstrings. So hopefully you're all doing it with me so that you can get a feel for what a short, effective yoga practice can feel like. And as much as my morning classes have been very different, these little 10-minute ones can be too. Right hand over to the knee, to the foot, come over, sweep this hand under and reach over and feel that stretch through the side. Oh, so good. Breathe. Bring the hand down. And we will do a slow one another day with some very deep stretch. Let's swap these legs, literally just straight over the other way. Lean over this shin. How are we going? 10 minutes, almost. Hello, Miss Kim. Come on forward and just feel this. So, Kim, today we're going through a short 10 minutes or 15 minutes max little yoga practice. Again, on the bed, on the floor, wherever you're comfortable. Come straight back up. Yesterday, on our little focus at 5, with the nutrition focus, we talked about the power of sleep. This might be a really nice little one that you can do that hopefully will help you sleep. Hand over here to the other leg. Sweep this arm over and let's reach right over to that side. And breathe. Swing the hand straight back down, come up. No yoga practice is complete without maybe a couple of twists. So let's bring this extended leg around, tuck it over. If your knee bothers you, bring it straight out. Just hold it out. Tuck the knee in, hug it up. Right hand, opposite hand or opposite arm around and bring this one around behind you. And breathe. Little twist. Twists should not be fast. Twists need to be mindful. They need to be slow. You don't want to swing your body around. I'm not a believer in swing because the twist takes the bulk of the body, the torso. You don't want to treat that area swinging it around at all. So breathe, lift carefully, and let's come around the other way. Hand to the ankle and simply turn the other way. Deep inhale and exhale. And gently come back to the front. Let's unravel this leg because we're going to do it on the other leg. Let it unravel, bring this one up, hop it over. Bring the opposite arm around, right arm behind, come around to the right shoulder. I hope you're doing it with me and not sitting back having a glass of red wine and watching me because I'll get jealous. My red wine will have to happen later. Look off to the right shoulder. And come around to the other way. Left hand behind, right hand to the ankle. Simply turn around the other way. Breathe into the twist. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to the front. Unravel the leg, kick it out. If you feel comfortable, cross-legged, come into cross-legged. If you feel it just better with just the legs out like that, that's okay as well. But if you can come back into cross-legged, we will have a seated Shavasana. So now come into your cross-legged or your legs out comfy, or you could even be laying down if you wish. Breathe now. Deep inhale. Close the eyes with me. Exhale and just come into a nice calm breath.